Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, beings and beasts from this and other universes, and you are watching WoWFilms Northrend Leveling Past 11. Sorry I haven't made many videos recently, but it's been a little slow and I do have lots coming out very quickly. Now we're continuing from Zoldrak. Here you're going to hand in this quest. I apologise if I'm a little cranky because I did do this a very long time ago now, and just accept the next ones. And when we get down here, this is just below, you just need to kill 10 of these guys. Very, very simple quest. And you're probably going to have some Ardent people helping you as well. No real abilities to mention. Think there might have been a mana burn. Might be wrong. Then you need to... Sorry, I got an item there that gives me a quest. And you also need to tell these Ardent people to go back to base or something. And then you need to go up here, avoiding the elite, and examine the altar. There's the elite there, that big snake fellow. And then you just need to return those quests right there, which is rather easy. Pick your reward. As you will know by now, I'm notoriously slow at picking rewards. And return this quest back here, at the Ardent stand even, sorry. And accept the next one. Now, this next quest brings you over here, and you need to grab this quest. You basically need to complete the quests for all of the different people. And then you need to go out, and you may get a different one to this. You just need to grab that wood. You may get a different one. I just like to point that out. Next guy is over here. You need to accept his quest. Again, you may get a different one. And you need to grab these things. The next guy... Oh no, sorry. First you've got to turn that in, of course. The next guy is over here. And you need to accept his quest. Again, you may get a different quest to me, but basically you need to chuck these bombs in these things here, if you've got the one that I got. And then you might need to kill the guys that are surrounding. And return the quest. Captain Rupert is his name. Next guy is in here, and you basically need to run around, and I got this a bit wrong because I haven't done this quest in a very long time. What you need to do is, to either side of him there are some shelves, if you just go around the corner there, and on the shelves there are regents, and you need to collect all the regents that he asks you to collect and bring them back to him. Although they do have a limited duration. After you pick up the first one, you have 30 seconds before it expires. So here they are. You just mouse over them and it tells you which one it is, and then you can just open them up. But as you can see, or you will see in a second, they all have a limited duration, and this quest has been changed. You need to bring them all back to him at once, whereas previously you needed to bring them back one at a time. Next quest, you return Patrol. Patrol, very hilarious name there. Good work on the word side of things. Next quest is just down there. Grab that quest. And you need to kill some of these guys. Actually, a whole load of these guys. Many, many, many of them. At least 9, but it's probably going to be more like 19, 25. And they drop, occasionally, these bindings. And I got on there. You need 3 of those to make a link, and you need 3 links to make to complete the quest. And you've also got to kill these guys, I believe. As I said, a very long time since I did this quest. So anyway, once you've got 3 links, you can transform them into a big guy, which you summon. They do tend to hit quite hard a little bit later on in the fight. So just make sure you're prepared. Maybe with a health potion. Some classes have healing spells, or a way in which they can heal themselves, or a pet or something. Generally not much of a problem, although they do have a bit more health, and they tend to chuck you up, which can do a bit of damage. So you basically kill 3 of those, and they've got a 100% chance to drop it. Return that quest there, and then you're going to go over here, or here, and speak to this guy whose quest you have also completed. You need to pick your reward for that quest, and then you need to go down here and collect these things. Once you've done that, speak to him again. and then pick up the next quest. Now we're going to go up here to that elite that I mentioned previously, and then you will have something which will morph him into a little bit like that quest in Hellfire Peninsula. You'll have a quest item which will morph him into just a normal mob, making him very easy to kill, and then you just need to kill him. Simple as. And return the quest to him when you've finished. Pick your reward. And then you need to speak to this guy, and he is in Zoltora, I think, something like that. It's more north. And just grab all the quests around here. And the flight path, of course. There we go. So yeah, grab all of those quests, and then you're done. But not quite. Now these guys spawn when you kill a whole lot of trolls. So basically, after you've killed them, they will drop a box on the floor, and you need to loot the box. Don't worry, if someone else kills him, you can also loot the box. So just kill a load of trolls, and they will spawn. And unfortunately, they also have guards. Well, they don't actually, but I just aggroed, and I died. Silly me. So there's this box that he dropped on the floor, and there are also these cauldrons even, and you just set the cauldrons on fire. You return the quest. I forgot to video me returning the other quest. Stupid me. But there we go. And you're going to abandon all the quests that you haven't yet completed, unless, because at this time you should be level 76. If you're not level 76, farm instances until you are level 76. I'll make it clear right now, you need to be level 76. Then ask a friendly mage to portal you to Dalaran, and you have some quests from earlier on, much earlier on. It was in part 3 or 4, I think, from Dragonblight, which ask you to speak to these guys, these fellows in Dalaran. And this guy is just behind where you are told to go, so that's rather easy. Accept the next quest, and then you click on this little teleporty thingy. If you do have a main, you'll know what that's for, and you'll know that you'll probably never ever ever need to use it again unless you really can't be bothered to fly up to Dalaran. And then you use it again, you come back up here, and then you go back down there and complete the quest. How very simple, learning to do something that you will probably never need to do again. Then at level 75 you will have got a spell, everyone will have got a spell, or at least before the patch they will have got a spell, so just go and train that. As you can see, I'm not very good at keeping up to date with my ranks, so it's probably just as well that spell ranks are being abolished now. This is on Crassus Landing, and if you've got a main you will also know where that is. You need to accept the quest with this guy here, and then you need to ask him to give you a ride. May I just point out that that mount there is the most awesome mount in the game. The most awesome mount in the game. I have it on my main, and it actually goes at 310% speed, even though it's meant to go at 150% speed. Isn't that brilliant? So anyway, you get shot down, you parachute down here, on a shadowy parachute in my case, and there's a dead guy hanging from the tree by his parachute. Probably not the best thing to get you into Sholazar, but anyway, you accept the quest from him, and he takes you over here, where you need to return all quests, accept all quests. So once you've done all of that, you will have a whole load of quests, which you can later complete. Me tried to jump over a log there, not very successful, so I just went around it. When you get over here, you can see where I am on the map, and you need to pick up this engine thingy. You also need to kill 15 of these Venture Co. ruffian people, and they will have a chance of dropping an engagement ring that you also need for a quest. However, it's got a slightly higher chance to drop from one of the other mobs. Now, this is just an escort quest, So I'm going to show the beginning 45 seconds of it, and then the turning. So basically you just escort this person. Number 1 rule of keeping prisoners is never to keep them by explosive. That's what she says. I apologise for my ungodly imitation there. But anyway, she blows up all the explosives and sets off a big fire, and then she wanders off. Ha 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 ha, what a shame. And it's probably also best to do this. It's probably also best to do this where before you finish the other one, so you're not wasting your kills. Then you just need to go back and return all of the quests that you have completed so far, including the engagement ring one, if it's dropped for you. If it hasn't, it doesn't really matter. You'll probably get it. It's got an equal chance to drop from every single mob in the whole of Sholazar Basin. So yeah, you just need to grab that thing there, and then you need to kill this guy and his friend, who is at the top. Stupid me, I've aggroed something else now. I think my mind soothe wore off. And this is the other guy who is at the top. They're both at the Venture Ruffian place, and they're very easy to kill. So make sure you don't die like I did on that guy earlier, because that would just be very embarrassing. By the way, if you're watching this after patch 4.0, which you probably will be, I hope anyway, because I only put it on YouTube after patch 4.0, you will probably have your Cold Weather flying already, whereas I had to wait till level 77 because I wanted to do it, you know, the hardest possible way for you guys. So return all those quests, and that's very easy really. Then you need to accept this quest here. And that quest there. And probably also that quest there. Lots of quests. But oh well, you need lots of quests. It's very difficult to get up levels. So, this guy basically gives you a gun. You equip the gun, and then you shoot it at this guy. Now, if you see loads of red stuff spurting out, it's not the apple that you're trying to shoot off his head, because that's what I thought it was. I thought I'd shot the apple, and it was all okay. It turns out the red stuff is his blood. So, if you shoot and a load of red stuff comes out, it's not the apple falling to bits. You've shot your friend in the head. Not a very clever thing to do, I must say. But, never fear, you will get the apple eventually, after the guy's probably died about 10 consecutive times. Now, you now have to kill 60 creatures, but don't just go running around randomly killing creatures. Kill 15 of these guys, kill 15 of the Dread Sabers, and then turn in those quests, because you will get more quests to kill more creatures, and you're sort of just wasting your kills. If you're a skinner, like me, you'll probably get about 60 to 100 borean leather, which I did. I also got 3 Arctic fur, which is, you know, pretty good. It's 200 gold right there. And once you've killed 15 of the big mammoth thingies and 15 of the Dread Sabers, you need to return those 2 quests. And then you'll get 2 more, which asks you to kill 15 more of 2 different types of creatures. So just pick up that one, and that one. And that one. I'm not going to do that one just yet, because you've got to kill 15 crocs. Now, if you've done it right, you will currently have 30 out of 60 animals killed, and after you've killed 15 crocs, you'll have 45 out of 60. So don't kill any other creatures while you are doing this, because it's probably a little bit silly. These are just things, and you pull on them, and then sometimes you get these things that fall down. You need them for the Kungaloosh quest, so there are just a couple of them there. And that's all for now, guys, so I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it.